And now, on with the show.
And I just want to say to Mike and everybody at Flashback Weekend and at the Midway that you know, we need people like you so much on so many levels, preserving what's great, you know, about the past and the culture and doing it right. You know, I can't wait to come to the Midway and sneak a beer in.
The Midway is America's horror drive-in. Flashback Weekend owns and operates the Midway to preserve the drive-in horror experience.
When I think of drive-ins, I'm from New York City, so my first drive-in experience was really in Arizona. And I remember waiting for the comics would come on first, and then, you know, some previews of what was coming next. It was heaven. And then we'd wait all week because we knew on the weekends that we were going to do that. And the movies we saw were great movies. Like I remember seeing The Thing, the Howard Hawks version, and it was just chilling. It was just larger than life and beautiful. It's not like a movie experience now, you know, but those were glory days to me. They were glory days of what it was like to go to a movie.
Drive-ins were once the primary theatrical outlet for horror films, helping to build the careers of legendary directors including George A. Romero, Wes Craven, and Tobe Hooper.
Drive-ins always were our sort of ace in the hole. We always felt that, well, if we never got a major release, which we probably wouldn't get, that we would probably be able to play it somewhere on a drive-in circuit someplace. And of course, Pittsburgh at that time was, I think, second only to LA in terms of the number of drive-in theaters that there were. And we were in Pittsburgh at the time when I made the film. I'd gone there to go to college and stuck around. And we actually went to see Night of the Living Dead for the first time in Carl Hardman's, he had a big old Lincoln, and we all went and saw it for the first time at a drive-in theater. And so when we saw it on that screen, it was the first time that we realized that we had actually made a movie.
To keep drive-in horror alive, the Midway Drive-In hosts celebrity guest appearances and dusk to dawn shows and horror double and triple bills.
And we would watch like double and triple bills of Hammer films. I literally, and I've talked about this before, but I remember getting to second or third base one time with a really great girl and glancing up at the screen. And I had a great view because my older friend in the front seat was already prone, if you catch my drift. And as I looked through the front screen, and he turned the rearview mirror upside down so it didn't obliterate it, I had the perfect frame of Barbara Steele being tortured in some Hammer film. I don't know whether it was a Poe adaptation or not. I can't remember, but I do remember that she was in exquisite, excruciating, sadomasochistic, voluptuous, blood dripping in her cleavage pain, and I found it far more titillating, no pun intended, and exciting than the real-life girl I was with. You know, so I realized I was kind of damaged drive-in goods at that moment. But that was a seminal kind of horror / drive-in freedom youth moment.
Drive-in theaters are now threatened by the movie industry conversion from 35mm to digital projection at a cost of over $120,000. Drive-ins that can't buy a digital projector will have to close.
Absolutely, the happiest days of my life. Sitting with the family and listening to them talking and yammering and relaxing and seeing this movie, and it was just fabulous, man. It really was. I miss it. Not only the family, but that environment, you know. I hope a million of them open up.
You can help save drive-in horror by voting for the Midway Drive-In in Sterling, Illinois at Honda's Project Drive-In. If the Midway wins, Honda will donate a digital projector to the Midway. Find all the info for voting at flashbackweekend.com and themidwaydrivein.net. Voting ends September 9th. You can vote once a day online and once a day by text.
Here's to people who keep it going, like Mike and Mia at the Midway Drive-In in Dixon, Illinois.
Thank you for your support. We look forward to your votes. Please vote once a day, and we'll see you at the Midway.